Hello everybody, Andy here, and we have ourselves another daily slop. Although calling it the daily slop this week obviously isn't true because we're on Thursday and I've done like one video. I was hoping there was going to be more Kill Team news. What can I say? Fingers crossed. In the coming weeks, we're going to get like, kind of what they did for Sigmar, where they did a breakdown of all the Imperium factions, all of the Xenos, etc. Who knows though? I certainly don't. Okay, today we have the Tempestus Aquilons, the Scions, the drop troops of the Imperium, the elite of the elite of the elite, if if the lore guys are to be believed. Maybe there's another faction that we could also phrase as the elite of the elite of the elite. Oh right, all of Kill Team, because that's literally the theme of the game. Anyway, moving on. Okay, let's not be bitter. Let's not be bitter. It's whatever, bro. Okay, so before we jump into that, sorry, I want to quickly. I don't know if you saw it. You probably did. There was a Nova at Nova. We had the big streams. There was a roadmap for all of their big systems. Not Kill Team, because obviously we're about to get Hivestorm. There's nothing to say. We get Hivestorm. Awesome. Don't need a roadmap yet. Could have given us a roadmap. Should have given us a roadmap, but they didn't. So I thought I'd do a glass half dead roadmap. Now this is, if I'm honest, to the same quality as the GW ones. So if it's a little bit too much detail, I apologise. But for more stuff about that, like the 40k roadmap, which is just you're not getting anything else this year. Great. Allow me to show you mine. Here we go. Glass half dead roadmap. Should have called it glass half dead bibimbap because I'm a bit hungry for some Korean maybe. Anyway, as you see here, I have a new logo. I gave myself an orange eye because I'm a Kill Team channel and that's fun. And then this year, maybe they will send me Hivestorm and I'll probably talk about that if they do. And then next year, all of 2025, maybe talk about Kill Team, I don't know, lol. That just felt like it was on the same vibes as the Nova reveal. So hopefully you enjoyed that. There we go. Right. Okay, let's do this. So again, much like I did with the Vespid last week, this is not the video where I'm going to give you a concise breakdown of everything they say. Because in reality, these Warcom articles, they don't actually tell us that much. They have about 3 rules, okay? So I feel like a concise breakdown isn't super useful. I'm more here for the vibes. I'm here to just enjoy the new Kill Team stuff, right? Because I think that's more valuable than kind of saying, oh yes, from this we can deduce that obscurity exists. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. It does mean that my video will be significantly longer and less focused and more ramble focused. Thank you. POV Rambly AF, as foretold. Last week we got a close look at what the Vespid Stingwings are bringing to the table in Kill Team Hivestorm, and now it's your turn, the turn of their sworn enemies, the Tempestus Aquilons. These highly trained daredevils are the pinnacle of humanity's special forces and bring an entirely new mobile playstyle to games of Kill Team. The question is, how many Helldivers references can they get into this article? If the answer is 0, I will complain. Anything above 0 is good. There you go. Okay. Unlike the Vespid, who flit around on insectoid wings and can soar over walls like they're nothing, the Tempestus Aquilons are equipped with grav chutes, ingenious devices that slower soldiers fall enough that they can leap out of aircraft or off tall buildings before guiding themselves onto a designated landing zone. While all members of the militarum Tempestus are capable of deploying via grav chute, Tempestus Aquilons raise this high-risk maneuver to an art form. Lovely. And then we see models that we've already seen. That's fine. We've seen those. Cool. The drop insertion ability is at the core of the team's playstyle, which mixes chance taking and bravado with elite close-range marksmanship. Is it called marksmanship when it's close range? I don't know. Rather than entering the kill zone as a single squad, 2/3 of the Kill Team's operatives can be assigned into drop groups that start the mission high in the clouds at the other end of long vertical pipes and other detached areas. The grav chute special rule allows them to ignore vertical distance while falling. Great. These groups are also linked to the 2 drop markers placed into the kill zone when their associated operatives are chosen. So you deploy 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're a 10 model team. I think that pretty definitively shows us that. We deploy 4 or 3. Just throwing that out there. Like, assuming that we deploy a third of our team, as they've just said, when you have to break up your team into 4s and 3s, you can choose to deploy the lesser number. And then drop marker 1, drop marker 2. I wonder if we're going to have to define this team goes on this marker, this team goes on this marker, or if we just totally get to say, yeah, whatever, dude. They can drop next to a drop marker. Because that will obviously quite wildly change how reactive the team becomes. Cool. Oh, quickly, sorry, before we go further, I'd like to give a little bit of a subscriber-only benefit. And that subscriber-only benefit is a big double hello. Wow. Wasn't that so wholesome? Lads, ladies, ladesses. If you would like a double hello in the next video, like, subscribe, leave a comment right now. And to my patrons out there, this is bought by you. Thank you. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. Always good. Nice. Okay, let's keep going. Once assigned in this way, the drop markers... Oh, sorry. For the comment. I'm a hobby lover. As you know, love that hob. Lover of the hobs. And I've already started to plan out what I want my teams to be. The Vespid, the Aquilons. Okay, the Aquilons, I'm going old school. I'm going glass half dead colours. I'm going old kill team colours, which means the shape colours, right? So, wrong side, sorry. So, I want them to be black, white, blue, and red. I already know helmet, red. Or orange, because I don't have any red with me, not the point. I want armour white, guns black, fatigues blue. Question, this is the comment, let me know. Should the armour be white and the gun black, or the gun white and the armour black? Let me know, because I can't figure it out. As long as I'm using those 4 colours, I don't much care, but I've got to figure out what's what. Okay. Oh, a cold one. Once assigned in this way, the drop markers can each be moved 4 inches in the strategy phase of the first and second turning points. And any Tempestus Aquilons who are activated while set up above can be placed in the kill zone within 3 inches horizontally of either marker, though this counts as taking reposition action for the activation. Aquilons have unparalleled freedom to exploit the enemy deployment and get their troopers in advantageous positions, whether setting up at the highest peak of a tricky terrain feature or behind the walls of an awkward room in kill zone Gallowdark missions. So, cool. They've made it super clear here from their verbiage up in the second paragraph in this one. You will still be able to do this in Into the Dark, Gallowfall, so that's good to know. They're not like, oh, you're playing on Gallowdark? You don't get your team rule. Cool. Nice. I like it. Let's think about that logically. So you're deploying within whatever it is, 6 inch, 3 inch. You can make a 4 inch move plus 3 inch from your marker. So 4 inch, and you can do it then again in the second turn, 8 inch plus 3, 11. So just guessing here, it sounds like you can make an 11 inch move with like super conceal. That's kind of what it is if you want to view it that way. An 11 inch move without being able to be shot or charged or whatever. Is that good? I mean, look, not being able to be shot for 2 turns is very good, obviously, or charged. However, is this presumably your normal troopers, right? So you are either 7 or 8 wounds. Yeah, that's what regular humans are. And you'll be what, a 4-up save, probably. Weapon skill could be 4, could be 3. Maybe you'll have like reroll 1s, depends if they're going Science from Compendium or if they're going Kassakin with like an ability, who knows. You're gonna crumple like a wet paper bag. And the question there is like, so is this just straight up an Alpha Strike team? It's not an alpha strike in the first turn, it's an alpha strike in the second turn. You can't be hit, you get to decide what you engage. However, does that mean that all that the enemy has to do is hold back and then turn 3 go mad, right? I don't know, it'll be very interesting to see how they play. Seems interesting, but I can see it really being a case that I think you might be a team that is just like, oh, you know, real rock, paper, scissors. Oh, I'm playing you. Oh, okay, you win, right? Because I know that my drops, my hot drop, I don't kill you on that, therefore you kill me, or vice versa. You have enough models that you can out-activate me, and then I'm fully deployed turn 2, and you just get to go bop, 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 wreck me. It'll be really interesting to see. Cool. Sorry, there was more to it. Right. There are limitations to such powerful deployments. One marker is removed during the ready step of the second and third turning points. Condensing your options, you must have set up more than half of your operatives by the end of the first turning point. Oh, okay, right. So, in turning point 1, you can do a 7-inch deploy, because it's 4 plus 3. And then turn 2, one of those 2 markers gets removed, so you have one place that you can drop, which will then be 8 plus 3. So I guess the enemy just says, oh, I'm going to stay away from that token. It's like, ah, all right. And presumably, maps are set up so that if you just put it right in the middle, right on the central objective, you have no terrain to hide behind. Because a 3-inch deployment bubble, like, that's not huge. So, to drop potentially 6 models, potentially 7 models, that's not, you know, anyway. Hitting hard and fast after a drop insertion is at the very core of how the Tempestus Aquilons play, and a number of their strategic ploys and firefight ploys support this philosophy by powering up your shooting. Sudden offensive lets you wrest the momentum of a turning point away by supercharging the first few operatives you activate. While hot drop gives freshly... Okay, yeah. While hot drop gives freshly arrived Aquilons plentiful rerolls when they blaze away at a close range target. Sudden offensive. Count the number of friendly Tempestus Aquilon operatives that aren't incapacitated. Then halve the result, rounding up to give you X. Fucking love algebra, mate. Yes. Give it to me. God. Stunner. Until the end of their activation, friendly Tempestus Aquilon operatives weapons have the balanced weapon rule if they are the first friendly operative activated this turning point equal to X. For example, if you have 5 operatives, the first 3 friendly operatives activated will benefit. Okay? Alright. They get balanced. Cool. Hot drop. Use this firefight ploy after rolling attack dice for a friendly Tempestus Aquilon operative that landed during this activation. If the target is within 6 inches of it, you can reroll any of your attack dice. Okay, that's cool, fine. I'm not even going to talk about it. Let me tell you what I think about it. Just right off the bat. Obviously, we've just had this really cool, fluffy hot drop thing. Seems interesting, seems like potentially really strong or really weak, depending on the team you're going into. Cool. And like what these guys can do generally. And then, the rules they show are, oh, you can reroll some dice, I guess. Okay. Cool, thanks. Don't get me wrong. I know, and you know, that rerolls are powerful. But powerful isn't always fun. I don't like falling back to rerolls as like a generic thing people can do. There you go. I think it's a little bit lazy from the rules team there to just say, oh, have a reroll. It's like, you know, why not like an auto retain? I'm a big fan of auto retaining as an ability. We have a whole system of retaining dice. Give us an auto retain. Give us a, you know, whatever. I just don't like rerolls. They're okay limited, and maybe that's all we get for the rest of Kill Team. Just those 2 abilities. No more rerolls. In which case, fair play. But something tells me every team gets rerolls, pretty much. So, as befits a Kill Team of elite soldiers, even the standard Aquilon troopers have unique skills. They are masters of deployment and add extra flexibility whether they set up in the kill zone or up above, either by scoring a free reposition action or getting to drop in further away for their drop marker than other operatives. This is the regular Aquilon trooper here. 28 mil base, we see in the bottom right hand corner of that data card. 8 wounds, that answers that, cool. Save 4 up, nailed it. Move 6-inch APL2. Hot shot las carbine is a bolter because they're hitting on 3s. That is literally a bolter. Maybe they will have an ability similar to what the Vet Guard have, where you can go hot with your weapons, which gives them AP1 or P1, I can't remember. But you get hot. That'd be interesting. And fists, 3, 4, 2, 3. Fine, whatever. Rapid insertion, strategic gambit. Perhaps they've changed the name of strategic ploy here, and it's strategic gambit. A gambit, of course, we've recently seen in 40k, where the mission decks, the competitive mission packs, have a gambit, which is a thing. Maybe they're just trying to unify some terminology on that bad boy. In the first strat phase, each friendly Tempestus Aquilons trooper, yep, the normal guys, operative wholly within your drop zone can immediately perform a free reposition action, but must finish that action wholly within 3 inches of your drop zone. So everybody gets a free dash at the start of the game. That'll be... Is that better than hot dropping? It's less distance than hot dropping. I guess you're kind of saying I'm going all in with... All in on, like, I'm alpha striking you. I'm moving up the board as fast as I can. I'm holding these 4 troopers, however many troopers, 3, 4, 5, whatever, on the board. And they're going to reposition, so almost Vet Guard-like into the breach. Everyone repositions, and then turn 2, everyone drops onto the markers. So hard to know how that's going to play out on the board, you know? And then we could also have swift landing. When this operative lands, you can set it up within 4 inches of your drop markers, measuring horizontal distance only, taking precedence over the normal distance requirement of 3 inches from what they've said. Just very quickly off the top of my head, it sounds like you probably want these troopers to be the ones on the board and you hot drop the rest of them in. But who knows? Basically, being able to forward deploy, basically, with all of your regular dudes, or all of the dudes on the board, is just very good in the game, generally. So, I probably do that, and then you hot drop the specialists. All this combines to make the Tempestus Aquilons a highly technical team, which rewards commanders who know when and where to drop an operative, and who can choose the right moment to invoke their momentum-shifting abilities. Some extend your reach even further, like the drop augury equipment that allows you to shift a drop marker before deploying a model, but other times simply going first is the best way to secure a game-winning play. A gamble, the remote overseer tips heavily in your favour. Drop augury. Once during the battle, when a friendly Tempestus Aquilon operative that's set up above is activated before expending or landing that operative, you can move one of your drop markers again. However, it cannot be moved closer to your opponent's drop zone. Sorry, I got tripped up there because it says before expending or landing that operative. Is expending, I guess, like you spend it so that's like you can keep them in the sky and expend them, which means, you know, just activate, pass an activation basically, or landing that operative, you can move one of your drop markers again. But it can't move closer to your opponent's drop zone. Oh, okay, so kind of what I said about earlier, if you have to take away one of your markers at the beginning of turn 2, and you're left with one marker, if it's in the wrong place, you're kind of screwed. So this, you don't get any further forward deployment, but you can say, oh, you know what, I'm in totally the wrong position because they've completely surrounded me or whatever. Boop. Move 4 inches in a direction. Cool. Remote overseer. Once during the battle, when rolled off to decide initiative, you can re-roll your d6. Initiative is so key that, if I'm honest, I hope that we never have to take remote overseer, because I hope that G-dubs know how powerful and game-swinging initiative is, and they've put something else in place so that initiative doesn't matter as much. However, the fact that there is equipment specifically for getting initiative kind of implies that maybe that's not the case. We have even more to cover from Kill Team Hivestorm next week, including a jaunt through the city dominated by the massive ballistas and rules for the exciting new equipment pieces we saw during the reveal. Make sure to drop in. Cool, so we get a jaunt through the city, so that's going to be lore, nice. And then the new equipment. Now the new equipment I'm actually very excited to hear about, because we don't really know what it is. You know, I argued for quite some time at the beginning there that perhaps it's all narrative. Everybody else told me I was wrong, so I've kind of come around to that. Maybe it's not narrative, maybe it will be match play. That's the impression everybody got. Perhaps I was too excited. We obviously know that one of the ploys, EPR, equip, ploy, reposition. So obviously we know we can equip a piece of equipment, and we know that all of that equipment, that like the barricades, etc., can be used there. Yeah, so that's going to be very interesting. We don't know all of the generic equipment yet, so we know it's at least barricades. They mentioned other barricades too. Maybe there will be other universal equipment that'd be very cool. Anyway, if you made it to the end of the video, I'd like to give you a big triple hello for a cold one with the boys. I still don't have the jingle. I'm really sorry. I'll get it soon, maybe. Question mark. Hey, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. A small channel like mine, it genuinely helps. Again, I'm just enjoying my excitement and hype for Hivestorm and a new edition of Kill Team. And if you made it here, thank you for following me in that hype. There you go. If you could leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, that'd be awesome of you. But I've given you the trip hello, so that's from me to you. You're welcome. And again, you know, just going to throw it out there. Hey, I do have a Patreon where you fund me for Coke Zeros. This is a zero. Fuck it. Yes, it's a zero. Jesus Christ. Like, I'm going to have to go inject insulin. Holy shit. And Pepsi Max. Thank you very much for that. Cool. Stay hydrated. Bye.